I'm busy.
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging.
The Institute isn't our enemy, remember.
I know. After that...
You can't be serious.
The Institute and the technological abominations stopped. Look, my list of maintenance fixes keeps getting longer and longer.
The Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of mass fusion.
A beryllium agitator? I seem to remember. It must be pretty darn important if they're sent. That's if you don't.
If you slow us down, you're on your own.
Yeah, it would be helpful if you
I knew you'd see it. Grab whatever. This could be our best chance.
Ingram?
Haven't gone out on a field op in a while. Feels good to be needed again.
Hey.
What do you need? Here you go.
How do you feel about us?
I'm not sure yet. Ask me another time.
Roger that, Scabbard.
You'll regret this.
We have clearance for release. You might want to hang on, sir. The drop can be a little rough.
Never could get used to flying in these things.
targets sighted on the roof, sir. Prepare to engage.
Damn synths, they're crawling all over the place. Thin them out before we drop.
I'll get us above the roof so you can bail out. Go! Go! See you on the roof, Paladin.
Please, stand still.
See the agitator anywhere. It must have been moved. Let's check out that terminal over there.
Calm down, Noel. You knew that this was coming. I don't understand why you're acting this way.
Don't tell me to calm down, Carl. When we started beryllium agitator, you said it would be for the benefit of mankind. Instead, I find out that you have been planning on turning it over to the military all along. You lied to me.
Don't give me that high and mighty attitude. Have you picked up a newspaper lately? There's a war going on out there, Doctor. And if our side's going to win, it needs all the help it can get.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Since when did science start...
That's enough.
No mercy!
Something's out there.
Nice.
We could always drop through here. Might not be as cushy as an elevator ride, but at least we'll be headed in the right direction.
Detected. Stealth capabilities. Fascinating.
I am detecting stealth activity.
Odd. My scanners must be malfunctioning. Overactive sensors, nothing more. Is someone present? You must be gone.
Radiation levels are dangerously high in there. Let me know if you need any radiation protection. I'll communicate with you through their intercom system while I monitor everything from out here.
Decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
The beryllium agitator should be in a port at the top of the reactor. The reactor's interlocks must still be active. You need to find a way to turn them off.
The building's security alert in the reactor.
Watch yourself in there!
Emergency lockdown initiated. Please wait. Decontamination complete.
Something's out here. Threat neutralized.
Put down your weapon and submit to
Scanners detecting engaging.
I swore I heard something. Throwing weapons cold. The Institute must have sent reinforcements. I'll help hold them off. Just make sure you get the agitator out of here.
Who's there?
life form.
Utilizing stealth. How stressful.
Godless freaks, die!
Huh?
Target located.
Something's out there.
Aha! Found it!
Did you think I wouldn't know you've betrayed me? After all I've done, the lengths to which I've gone to give you a new home, a new life.
Can't pick this.
For us to be a family. But you have made your choice. From this point on, you are an enemy of the Institute. Should you cross us, we will kill you. Go now. and live whatever meaningless life you can.
Ad Victoriam, sister.
My duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
I was able to keep the Institute from getting their hands on the beryllium agitator.
Glad to see you're still in one piece. You gonna just stand there with that dumb look on your face?
I wouldn't have made it without your help.
That's funny. I seem to remember having to talk you into letting me come along. Anyway, we shouldn't stand around here talking. We've both got a lot of work to do. In the meantime, I'll take the agitator and stow it on the Pridwin for safekeeping. Hey, we're talking here, right?
Here you go. I can't think of a better place to keep it.
That's because there isn't one. You know, I'm not sure what the Institute wanted this thing for, but I'm glad we got it first. Now scoot. We both got things to do.
Proctor.
Oh, my list of maintenance fixes keeps getting longer and longer.
If it looks dead, put one...
Sir.
Our latest intelligence tells us you've infiltrated the Institute. However, since you've first and foremost, there could be data. The second, during this process.
Sure. That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Secure
Right.
that said, after some time, we're fairly...
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, if you find out that there's a special
What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a we'd like just keep your good luck.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Lancer Captain Kells has informed me that the Institute's on high alert, and you're to blame. Explain yourself, Knight.
I didn't realize it would make you so angry.
Didn't realize? Your instructions were clear. You were to infiltrate the Institute, find Dr. Lee, and convince her to return to the Brotherhood. I'm extremely disappointed in you, Knight.
I stand by my actions, sir.
Do you? Well, if nothing else, you have the courage to stand your ground. That doesn't absolve you from your mistake. But let's just say you've earned back some of my respect. Fortunately, this incident doesn't change our... We have a contingency now. I want you to bring it to her immediately. And Knight.
The last person who disobeyed Captain Kells ended up scraping rust off of the Pridwin's hull from the outside.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us, here in sanctuary. Prepared for the future.
I know I'm not the only person here who's lost someone.
Most people are good at breaking things. I enjoy putting them back together.
Sturgis, remember that holotape with all the Institute data? I need it back.
Oh, yeah? Why? What have you got cooking?
I'm working on something with the Brotherhood of Steel. They want to look at the data I got from the Institute.
The Brotherhood, huh? I sure hope you know what you're doing. Here you go. I've already made myself a copy.
Glad to see you've returned safely from the Institute, sister.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the
Proctor, I came across a holotape with a full scan of the Institute's network.
Thanks. You know, it's good to...
I wasn't worried. After all,
I have...
Hopefully it'll reveal a weakness in their...
That would... After that, in the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help us crush the Institute.
It will, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us first. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kelly's something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence. Because this... Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Pridwin, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. What we need is a robotics expert, and there's someone in Diamond City that fits the bill. Her name's Professor Skara. Locals say she's a wizard when it comes to fixing robots. Why don't you head over there and see if you can talk her into helping us? Oh, and take this with you. Once she sees one of the... In the meantime, I'll prep...
My friends say outside is smell, but you don't smell at all.
Everyone in this city's always jumping at shadow. Chill out, is what I say.
Trying to take some time off over here.
I've always got a minute for a free drink.
Well, pull up a chair then.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm not actually looking for a date, sister. Sorry to disappoint. I'm in town looking for Henry Cook. Do you know where I might find him?
He's dead.
Is that so? What do you know about it?
I killed him.
You son of a bitch! Why should I let you live?
Look, killing me won't change anything. But it might get you killed too.
You're right. He's dead. Nothing's gonna bring him back. Get out of here. Before I change my mind.
So it's true then? You're leading the Minutemen? Good for you.
Sorry to let you down, but I'm afraid I'm not in the mood to teach biology lessons.
Well, if something's wrong, maybe...
It's her normal field.
Don't worry, I'll find her.
Oh, that... Sure. The last place professor... I'll mark it on your mapping to... Look...
Dr. Duff.
I'd really prefer to be alone right now. Sorry.
Welcome to the General Atomics Galleria. Welcome to Back Alley Bowling. I'm afraid our lanes are out of order.
Excuse me, but this is a private research site.
Whose private research site?
Well, mine, of course. The General Atomics Galleria is a rare and unique opportunity to study the robot manufacturer's patented director software system. A single master robot controlling a staff of servitor robots, which in turn maintain a facility in a self-sufficient manner is, well, remarkable. I've already told you too much. Like I said, if you want to study the system yourself, you're going to have to do it somewhere else.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Oh, well, that puts an entirely different spin on everything, doesn't it? My name's Professor Skara, and in answer to what I expect to be your next question, Professor is my first name, not my title. The whole thing's rather complicated. Perhaps I'll explain it to you sometime. So, now that I've formally introduced myself, perhaps you'd care to tell me why you're here.
Pack your things. You're working for the Brotherhood of Steel now.
Am I? I don't seem to recall agreeing to anything of the sort. While I'm flattered that the Brotherhood of Steel would find me useful, I can't help but be wary of your methods and motivations. Perhaps if you were more specific, we could come to some kind of a mutual understanding.
We need your expertise to get Liberty Prime back online.
Liberty Prime? Where have I heard that before? Oh, yes. I believe it's some kind of an enormous robot. Intriguing as it sounds, I'm afraid my work at General Atomics isn't complete. Perhaps you could come back another time.
We'll just find someone else, I suppose.
Now hold on a moment. If you think you're going to find someone else in the Commonwealth with my level of expertise, you're sorely mistaken. All right, you've got a deal. I'll wrap up my collecting trip and meet you at your headquarters. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a few loose ends to tie up before I leave.
Business 24/7! 24/7!
You know those synths with the plastic faces? Ugh, they creep me the heck out.
Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Professor?
You call this a good start? This poor thing's memory core was completely corrupted. Haven't you people ever heard of inertial dampeners? Titanium shock casing? It won't be easy, but I should be able to make a few modifications and get his basic functions online. If you can keep your inept scribes from slowing me down.
Charming, isn't she?
Maybe I should teach her some manners.
That's not necessary. She isn't gonna be much good to us if she's lying in a hospital bed. Besides, Skara's worth all the aggravation. I've never seen someone so proficient with Prime's power systems. She's already saved us weeks, maybe months of work. In fact, we're ready for you to start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure. Anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
All right, Ingram. Now
Right.
here's a list of materials you'll need, and the plans to make the actuators.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
I'd gladly lay down my life. Keeps humanity from eating their bodies.
Going up. Ground floor. Ground floor. Going up. Basement. Going down. Basement. Basement. Going down. Second floor. Going up. Ground floor. Ground floor. Going up. Basement. Going down. Basement. Basement. Going down. Second floor. Going down. Basement. Going up. Ground floor. Going down. Basement. Basement. Going up. Second floor.
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
Ad Victoriam, sister.
With your reconnoiter of the Institute complete,
Proctor Ingram?
finally have
That's
first-hand
all
knowledge about
4
this.
actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Thank goodness. I've finished restoring Prime's basic programming, but trying to explain to him why he can't walk is testing my patience.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, We'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
It's gonna be impossible to find a stockpile big enough for him.
You might be right. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
Liberty Prime will be effective when we get him fully operational. But he'll lack the proper firepower needed to penetrate the Institute's defenses.
Great. That's just great.
Well, hang on a second. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
Oh no, not again.
Yep. You better stock back up on the anti-radiation gear. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
That was Billy Ward and the Dominoes.
Yeah?
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
Can't... Way to get out of this goddamn heat.
So,
I received word from the castle. Apparently,
There you
there's
are.
hostile scouting
I almost
the
thought you
red.
forgot.
We should go find out what's going
Time
on.
to hit the road.
I knew you could.
I've never lost anyone before. This failure. was new to me.
going to last long in all this radiation.
Leave no mutant alive.
Lock and load.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long ways.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we've had the thanks to the
That's not surprising. After all,
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know I've had the men set up we've rigged up this distress. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
if I survive, you mean?
Don't worry. I've taken care of everything. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Hell? Is that a pyramid?
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
Oh, right. Hallowed ground. Obviously. Just look how wonderful this place is.
Your mockery is wasted. The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the Great Divide. None shall enter.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need of help from non-believers. When he returns to us, these relics will carry his word and his glory to all corners of the earth. That is why they must be safeguarded.
God's sakes. Just let me cut this guy down, will you?
I want to spread his glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay? Isn't that what you want?
Perhaps then I have misjudged you. If you would see these relics used, then Atom's will is done. Take this, and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics. May Atom's radiance warm your soul.
Ma'am? This is Captain Mitch Dunleavy, 132nd Engineering Corps at Sentinel Site Prescott. All lines of communication are down, and we're tracking multiple inbounds on radar. If this is a drill, we need confirmation immediately. We've got a lot of nervous soldiers over here, Command. If this is the big one, they want to head home to their families before it's too late. Some of the inbounds are getting awfully close. Wait a minute. The inbounds are splitting into multiple targets? Oh, hell. This is it, isn't it? May God have mercy on our souls.
Well? Synths, TV, what other sick project?
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under.
Don't let Maxon's age fool you. He's a brilliant tactician, and...
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to make sure that the Mark 28 nukes remain stable when loaded into his bomb pack. Shouldn't take us more than a day or so.
Well, Professor, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
I appreciate the confidence, but I'm still a bit concerned. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his systems stable is going to hold.
Maybe I should stand back.
Don't be ridiculous. I've checked every connection, every circuit myself. Prime will hold together.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to activate the power transfer.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
I'm in total agreement with Proctor Ingram.
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic.
Diagnostic command accepted. Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime, Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Professor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, appreciate it.
Greetings, Knight.
Proctor.
Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to...
With him on our side, I don't see how the Institute even stands a chance.
I couldn't agree with you more. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this...
Right. It'll do, I suppose.
Well, that's gratitude. Anyway, that's enough of that. Elder Maxson said he... And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Attention. Any personnel who have not completed their annual medical evaluation should report to Knight Captain Cade immediately to schedule an examination.
Tegan.
That is all.
With Liberty Prime back in action, this war's as good as won. Now, what can I do for you?
I'll take a look.
Got some choice weapons that just came in.
You're the new knight I heard about.
Glad to have you. Taking on a Deathclaw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
I'm not sure I like how you're asking me that.
And I don't appreciate being betrayed by my own soldiers. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
The data must be faulty.
The findings have been validated by multiple sources. Quinlan wouldn't have brought this to me if he wasn't 100% certain of the results. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL, disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
After everything I've done for the Brotherhood, you have some nerve accusing me of lying.
Your outburst leads me to believe I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Danse is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Danse and execute him.
I won't do it. Danse deserves a chance to explain himself.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Didn't you hear what he said? The dude's a synth.
You will do it. This is not up for judgment or debate. I'm giving you a direct order, Knight, and I expect you to follow it without question. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Danse was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Danse.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss a synth any sooner than I'd miss a transistor radio. I was merely sorry that you'd been duped. No matter. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Danse had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Danse being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Danse up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
I don't like your tone, Halen.
My tone? Who cares about protocol at a time like this? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Danse did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show her the respect that she's due, or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
This better not be a waste of my time.
Of course not, ma'am.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, ma'am.
Well, if it is...
Scribe Halen.
This way. This way. Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
I'm following orders. You should do the same.
I know I should. But before you head out, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
You're sympathizing with a traitor.
That's exactly my point. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you. Not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
And if you're wrong and he flips the switch and starts shooting at us, don't say I didn't warn you.
This whole thing has me confused. Let me find him, and then I'll decide.
That's not what I was hoping you'd say. But I guess I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwins showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war U.S. military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Chems are just gonna drag you down. Our Vertibird should give us the air superiority we need to win this war.
If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies.
Can I help you with anything?
Let me see what you have.
Sure.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Chews through barrels like paper.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot, and it leaves that memorable ozone smell around it.
Joining our cause was the wisest decision of your life, sister.
Going down.
Hi.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
He told me you're a synth, Dance. That makes you a traitor.
And he's right. But the news is just as much of a shock to me. I didn't know, I swear. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
Of course not. Synths are the enemy, remember?
All too well. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do. but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
No.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I'm not technology that's gone out of control. I've been a benefit to mankind, not its downfall. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
Yeah, there is that little problem to deal with.
Actually, I might have a solution. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxim will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Hey.
Need something?
Going up. Ground floor.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not her fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's still alive because you're wrong about him.
Him? Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name...
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
Dance shares the same beliefs as the Brotherhood.
Don't be so naive. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
For the good of the Brotherhood, he needs to die. but I won't pull the trigger myself.
I'm disappointed in you, Knight. Stand aside.
Just make it quick.
Disgusting machine. Let this serve as an example to the Institute.
Victorian, sister.
Don't let it bother you. Keeping him around was much too dangerous.
I'm disappointed you weren't able to carry out Dance's execution
We've got
on
to
your
see
own.
what's inside this place.
Knight.
I still think this was wrong.
Then consider this a lesson to reflect upon as your service to the Brotherhood continues. I'm returning to the Pridwin, Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
The last person that disobeyed Captain Kells and...
Reporting as ordered, Elder.
Welcome back, Knight. I'm pleased to see that the incident at Listening Post Bravo hasn't shaken your spirit. We're poised on the brink of war with the Institute. And I can't afford to have anyone on my staff distracted by their personal feelings. Of course, Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
Body's not even cold, and you're already dividing the loot?
To the victor go the spoils. Being a part of the Brotherhood, you should learn to appreciate that sentiment. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being... Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Getting a bit of a twitch on Prop 3. Adjusting torque.
Captain Kells.
Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat, the Railroad. They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations, which is a risk I'm not willing to take. If we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Hit them before they hit us. I like it.
Precisely. Destroying the Railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a catastrophic failure in their chain of command.
Consider it done.
Thank you, Paladin. Now, before you depart...
Our sources tell us that the railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. Cute, huh? They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Prydwen. I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
I'll try to get it back here in one piece.
Good.
I'm certain you'll do whatever it takes to complete the mission. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the railroad down. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Promotion was well-deserved, Paladin.
The human consents are the worst. Hide in plain sight.
Red neutral. Kill him!
Detonation pack secured and ready, sir.
Let's do this. Come back here, damn
Anything useful on him?
Ham.
Security lockdown is in effect. Communication impossible. Security mode enabled. Voice interface is unavailable at this time.
Ham.
Intruder countermeasures active. This unit is incapable of voice communication. Factory reset mode enabled. Command mode available.
Excuse me, Captain
It appears
Kells.
that the railroad won't be a hindrance to our future operations.
Those sympathizers deserved exactly what they got.
That they did. I'm also pleased you managed to secure Pam, rather than allow it to be destroyed. We are having it brought to the Pridwin, where it will be installed in Proctor Quinlan's office. It's an amazing piece of pre-war technology that should prove to be quite beneficial to us. Speaking of pre-war technology, Proctor Ingram is putting the final congratulations on another successful mission, Paladin. Ad Victoriam.
Greetings, Paladin.
I've taken over robotic repair units. It's the least...
Ingram?
Moment of truth. We've pre-programmed Liberty Prime's battle coordinates into his navigational processor. As soon as he's under his own power, he'll head straight for the Institute. Elder Maxon wants you to follow, and make sure he arrives at the CIT in one piece. I've checked every wire and every bolt on the big guy. All we need to do is plug in the agitator, start Prime's reactor, and cross our fingers.
We don't need luck, Ingram. We've got you.
I didn't do it alone. Look, I discussed it with Elder Maxon, and we think you should be the one who has the honor of starting Liberty Prime. Just plug the beryllium agitator into his reactor port, then head back down here and press the transfer button. Good luck, Paladin. Ad Victoriam.
Hopefully I can bring some order to the chaos here.
Fusion core reinitialized. Liberty Prime. Full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Mission: the destruction of any and all Chinese communists. Probability of Chinese victory: impossible.
Brotherhood, salute!
Ad Victoriam!
Proceeding to target coordinates.
Proctor Ingram's been kind.
Freedom is the sovereign right of every American. Democracy is non-negotiable. Democracy is the essence of good. Communism, the very definition of evil. democracy will never be defeated. Communist engaged. Anchorage will be liberated. Domino falls here. Obstruction detected. Overland travel to target. Compromised. Probability of mission hindrance, 32%. Revised stratagem initiated. Aquatic transit protocol activated. Probability of mission hindrance, 0%. Democracy is truth. Communism is death. Anchorage will be liberated. Casualties unacceptable. Overkill protocols authorized. Memorial site recognized. Patriotism subroutines engaged. Honoring the fallen is the duty. of every red-blooded American. Embrace democracy, or you will be eradicated.
I always suspected there was something weird about Paladin Dad's. Something, off.
Weapons ready!
Death is a preferable alternative to communism. Diagnostic commencing. Mobility complete. Optic beam fully charged. Nuclear warheads armed. Communism is a temporary setback on the road to freedom. Democracy is truth. Communism is death. America will never fall to communist invasion. Liberty Prime. Operational assessment. All systems nominal. Primary directive. War. Objective reached.
Lead us to victory, Paladin. Keep those synths away from Prime, soldier!
Scanning defenses.
Throw everything you have at them. Prime's mission will succeed.
Position. Sand. Gravel. And competency. Tactical assessment. Reach compound to restore. Democracy. Warning. All personnel should move to minimum safe distance.
Maxon might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will face his wrath.
We stand together! Ad Victoria!
Obstruction eliminated. Ground units initiate. Directive 7395. Destroy all communists.
Nice job wiping out the railroad.
The mission is proceeding as planned, Paladin. Well done. This is the Institute. I'm disappointed. I expected more from them.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Let's get this done, Paladin.
Down the hatch.
Help me!
Combat initiated.
I must end your existence.
Is someone present?
You must be terminated.
Shoot on sight!
Be warned.
Attack efficiency decreased. Critical.
You are damaging valuable Institute property.
Excuse me.
Attacking enemy. Hello.
That's it. Nice.
You hear that?
Yes.
Contact. broken loose.
Got it.
What was that?
Been hearing things all day.
Terminated.
The heck? What was that?
I swore I heard something. Over here!
Paladin. We've located the reactor. It's accessible through the Advanced Systems Division. Only, you can't reach it. The security override can only come from the Director's terminal. You'll need to access his quarters.
I didn't expect to see you again. Come to see the reactor, have you? We got it working without you.
I'm sorry it's come to this, Sean.
You're sorry? You can't be that sorry if you're here going through with it. It's not enough that I lay here dying. Now you plan on what? Destroying everything? Tell me then. Under what righteous pretense have you justified this atrocity?
All the enemies you created. You can't imagine why I'd be standing here.
Perhaps I didn't think to count you among them. Well, none of it matters now, I suppose. You'll accomplish your task and ruin humanity's best hope for the future. The only question left then is why you're standing here. Is it regret? Or did you just come to gloat?
Sean, if you help me, fewer people will die. Will you?
Why would I ever consider helping you?
Help me. And I promise I'll protect any survivors to the best of my ability.
Very well. The terminal behind me. Enter access code 9003. That will disable some of the synths. Now go. Leave me.
Sean?
You've doomed humanity. You know that. There's nothing more to say.
Sean. I'm sorry that it's come to this.
It's too late to be sorry.
Well done, Paladin. Looks like a path should be clear to the reactor. And I am happy to report that reinforcements have arrived.
Attention all personnel. Evacuation order issued. Authorization 1YR31. Please proceed to your assigned evacuation point. Thank you for your cooperation. Attention all personnel. Evacuation order issued. Authorization 1YR31. Please
Authorization 1YR3.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Movement detect. Curious.
Someone help!
You must die now.
Around here.
Evacuation order issued. Authorization 1YR31.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
We're gonna blow this place back to hell.
Good work, Paladin. I think it's time to leave this place to its fate. Proctor Ingram, do you copy?
Elder.
Time to go, Paladin. Time to go, Paladin. Proctor Ingram, it's time to teleport us out.
Well, hello.
Elder, I would,
Please,
but...
Mom, don't leave me here. I
This
want to go with
child
you.
showed up. He claims
All
to
right.
be...
You can come with me.
Really? Do you mean it?
Yes, I mean it. Now let's get out of here.
I'm glad you were here to save me.
All right, Ingram. Fire it up.
Everything looks green. System's warmed up and ready to go.
Absolutely. Let's get out of here.
You got it, Paladin. I'm going to send you and Elder Maxon directly to the When that reactor goes, looks like your work here.
Proctor.
Get into the chamber so I can relay you out of here.
I'm ready. Let's get out of here.
Attention all personnel.
Proctor Ingram has assured me that you're outside the blast radius. Press that button, and you not only defeat our enemy, you restore order and decency to the Commonwealth. It's time, Paladin. The Institute and their synth abominations must be eradicated.
I can feel it wash over me. The heat, the force, the radiation, the fear. It's the end of the world, all over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this, before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant, and the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This was not the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I thought I hoped I could find my family. Cheat time, make us whole again, the way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. The road ahead will be hard. This time I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes.
There's no time to waste when there's work to be done.
We'll stop the Institute.
Elder Maxon?
You've done an exemplary job here, Paladin. Without your unwavering loyalty to our cause, this victory would never have been possible.
What? No cash prize?
Your reward rests in the hearts and the minds of the people you've saved. The Institute has been wiped clean from the face of our world. It's time we close this chapter on the Commonwealth and begin one anew.
Then let's get to it.
I'm pleased that you're anxious to continue your service for the Brotherhood, but this is neither the time nor the place to discuss it. Return to the Pridwin, and we'll decide what needs to be done.
May May the Institute's fall be a lesson to anyone who risks tampering with our humanity.
You've done a heck of a job, Paladin. At Victoria.
I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.